Hi guys, welcome to Becky Tarot. My name is Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. So I thought I'd just quickly get on here. I haven't got much battery, and do a collective read. I'm gonna try over the weekend, if not beginning of next week, get the all signs up and running. I hope everybody's well. I really do. I hope everybody's, completing cycles the way I am. Yeah, I hope you're all working through the wild energy that is at the moment. Yeah, so let's see what Spirit wants to bring forward. It already feels like it's regarding a connection. The energy feels it. So we have true love and free yourself for the overlining and underlining energy. Oh, okay. Oh, so we've got romantic feelings, attraction, reconciliation, and engagement. Please excuse us, my neighbour's dogs. This has got a wild energy. This has got an energy of like wounds that have been affecting a connection for a while, but now there's like forgiving and learning. Okay, so the energy feels like there's a connection here, very romantic, high chemistry, really attracted to each other in lots of ways, not just physical of the minds, just you're really pulled towards each other. Is this connection true love? Yes, the Spirit is showing me it is true love, but both you two have inner child wounding and shadows that have definitely been a block for this connection. This is strong soulmate energy. It feels very much like learning the art of self-love in order for this true love to be recognized, I'd say. So if this connection, if these two people are not together at the moment, they definitely soon will be. 2 months tops with this reconciliation card. This will be coming forward into a serious commitment, not coming forward and just seeing or sleeping together. This is coming forward for a commitment, and a long-term commitment. I do believe the masculine here looks towards this feminine for long-term marriage, engagement. Like this is not just coming for a one-night stand. This is pure reconciliation, but I can feel the wounding in the 0303 was on the timing. I can feel the wounding underlining. Calling your soulmate, express your love. So yeah, look, free yourself from unrequited love. So it feels like this could be one of them or both of them. One or both in this connection. Their wounding, what it does is forces them to just be like, oh, like this, if something goes wrong or there's a barrier or there's a hurdle, someone or both of these people in the connection, what they do is they go, oh, okay, fine, and then they're gone, and they're like, this is obviously not right then. But this is just literally these two people's shadows just projecting towards each other, and it's requiring them to heal, so they stop this dynamic of, oh well, this can't be true love then, because it's not playing out how I thought it would. This person's not doing what I thought they were gonna do. Yeah, I'm not talking about someone being horrible, sabotaging the connection in horrid ways like cheating. That may have been a thing of the past, but when this person comes back around, if this, they come forward for a serious connection and then they're caught messing around, then no, this, that's not what I'm saying here. But if it's just, arguments and petty things, and you or the other person's like, oh, fine, this is obviously not real love, that's just wounding that's bubbling up to the surface to be healed. We do have healing family issues and deception. So maybe one or both of them were brought up in a family dynamic where there's lots of deceptiveness, and that makes one of them or both of them very uneasy, untrusting of people. They think everybody's always up to something. and it causes barriers and issues in this connection. Yeah, look, I cut the deck of trust under that healing family issues. And then I believe maybe for some of you there could have been some trust broken in the past with this person, and that's also caused problems. I definitely believe one or both of them had a tendency to be like keeping an open mind for other people, like, oh okay fine, you're not the one then, not really committing, putting their whole heart and mind into it. So deception, release your ex, clarify when that's deception, and then getting to know each other. I do feel like when these two come back around, they're going to have to kind of get to know each other again, because this is being brought together without the wounds. Like, they're still there, these shadows and wounds, but they're not at the forefront. So what's happened is there's been a certain amount of healing, and now they're brought forward. I presume these two have been in separation for maybe, or at least 10 months, I'd say. At least 10 months. And it's made them both to a certain level of healing, and then now they're ready for that union being brought together for the next level of healing. High passion in this connection, high passion. It's all there's lots of, you know, not self-love. So deep down thinking that one or both of them don't feel they're good enough, so then they project, you know, things into this connection onto the other person. It really feels like they've got to get to know each other again and release the old idea of each other. Heart-to-heart conversations, working out finances, maybe together. I do really believe this masculine wants to like spend the rest of their life with this feminine, like really does. But okay, so codependency, addictions are affecting their romantic life. Let me get a clarifier on that. Oh, unrequited love. So I do think that that's possibly the same thing as what I was saying earlier, which was that this person's addicted to having the door open and just convincing themselves, oh, it's fine, this is obviously not right then, and disconnecting and moving forward and not learning to wait. Yeah, but still having deep passion. So giving this relationship a chance, and deception, past that relationship, it feels really like there's lots of shadows and inner child wounding that needs to be healed, but there has been a certain amount of healing done. But for some of you, the colour red might resonate for you, or like someone's favourite colour is red. That's randomly coming through. But it really is about just loving yourself first, focusing on yourself, and not being so caught up on someone else. Like, if someone's gonna do you dirty and hurt you, then it is what it is, and you are strong enough to move forward. You are, no matter what. So just embracing the fact that these two are clearly coming back together for a union over the next 2 months tops, I'd say. It's really gonna take them both getting to know each other on a different level, having some heart-to-heart conversations, and embracing the new them. And then now it will be diving deeper for some new, deeper shadow work. Clarify and reconciliation. Yeah, it's time to disconnect from the world and free yourself. So when these two come back around, I do feel like they're kind of going to disconnect a bit from their external world. Not for too long, maybe 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, it feels. Just to have that, it feels like, because these two have been in some kind of separation, it feels like they're going to come back together and they're just going to spend a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, in really embracing each other's energy before they kind of pull themselves up and choose self-love and worth, and then carry on co-creating with the universe, with their life, but now learning and understanding this union for the pair of them. What are you showing me, Spirit? like, this is a very, very passionate connection they're showing me, and I do believe that one or both of them have certainly freed themselves from a certain old part of themselves. Could be control issues for some of you, whether that's you or the other person. Let's have a look at what else. Hey, I'm just on the live. So let's move to the other card. Let's see what else Spirit wants to show us. For some of you, what's coming through, if there was like an ex that was always interfering in connection, that person's being released or has been. So you don't got to worry about that. Not surprised at this twin flame connection. This does very, very strongly feel like a twin flame connection. I know myself because I've lived and breathed it, and it's painful and a journey. I'm definitely going to do a video, I think, on twin flames, just because there's a lot of stuff on twin flames that everyone talks, you know, your twin flame would never betray you. It's not always the case. Let me tell you that. It's not always the case. So we have twin flame understanding, and the answer is yes. I believe this is actually two people learning to understand the dynamic of a connection that they've been blocking for a long time, and understanding themselves a bit more, their shadows. Oh, okay, so we've got summer, karmic partner, and victim, shadow work and contemplation. So there could have been people interfering, like I said, third parties. Definitely wrapped up some karma here, past life karma, karma in lots of formats, but feeling caught up in this, feeling caught up in the ego at the same time as feeling caught up in this connection and struggling. Reinvention, the divine feminine. I am going to say this, whoever the feminine is in this connection has really held their own and stepped into their divinity. Still got lots of work, but definitely is reinventing herself and her energy and leveling up, and I do believe that's what's caused this union. That is not to take away from the masculine. This masculine has been made to see certain parts of himself, but the feminine refused to numb anymore. Really chose to face herself, the energy, and embrace the lessons. And I believe the masculine was learning how to work through, I think, deep regret. And I do believe justice is here with those scales card, and if it isn't here just yet, it's soon to be with the divine timing card, and that separation underneath, which is definitely coming to an end over the next 2 months. Fear is very much wrapped up, also fear and pride and ego, and it feels massively for the masculine. Lots of fears, lots of regrets, pride and ego, desperately wanting a fresh start, but too fearful to come forward. But if they haven't yet, next 2 to 8 weeks, coming forward. I just saw beep beep and a blue car rock up, so for some of you that might resonate. And then let me just see what I see with my third eye, and then that's me done. I can see the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland smiling. It feels like there was lots of people in this connection trying to confuse. Oh, please excuse, that's my toddler throwing toys out of a room. It feels like there was lots of external parties trying to confuse mainly the masculine, but I'm going to say both. I think these two have learned to stop letting other people, places and things interfere in this connection, and embracing the I've got to figure it out by myself, so let me just sit with myself a bit more, I'd say. Because I see these two people being pulled apart, but they're both turning around and facing each other, and in the end they're just going to be pulled together. I'm getting real messy energy. It's probably going to be messy for a while. Like, I don't mean like horrific, but messy with healing. I'm going to say up to 2 years. Like, just really clearing, you know, twin flame connections are hard work. But I feel once these two come into union, it will be a bit rocky for 2 years. But I don't mean like horrendous the way it probably was before, but just rocky, working through things. And then after the 2-year mark, I think they'll both realise that the other person's not going to abandon them. The other person's not going to hurt them. And then there'll be even deeper healing work and more roads and opportunities for them both to grow and grow more and dive deeper into the connection, is what I feel. Okay, so I better go deal with my toddler who's launching toys out of her bedroom. I'm gonna try and crack on with the all signs soon. If you are interested in a private reading, info's in the box down below. Just drop me an email. And yeah, in the meantime, guys, I send you so much love and light.